Hey, yeah, so today is week 3 on my journey to landing a software engineering job, and today I just want to go over like what I've been doing and what I've done in the past week. This past week, I was really focused on finishing my project, which is an AI code editor, and it's pretty much just like Cursor AI, and I was just cloning it. And the reason why I was trying to clone this is so I can have a project to post on LinkedIn, and then once I post it on LinkedIn pushes my profile to recruiters, and then hopefully recruiters will start reaching out to me. I just want to do like a quick demo of my project that I worked on so you guys can see what I worked on. Alright guys, so this is a demo of my project, which is an AI code editor. And as you can see, we have an IDE over here, and the IDE is on the left hand side. And over here you can just write your code, and you will have an input and output over here. On the right hand side, we have a coding assistant. And with this coding assistant, the way it works is you need to have an API key for it to work. So what I did was I used OpenRouter for the API key. And OpenRouter, what it is, it just allows you to it gives you one API key for multiple LLMs. With OpenRouter, you have one API key and you're able to use Llama, you're able to use DeepSeek, you're able to use Gemini. So this is what I use for the LLMs. And then for the IDE, I used an open source IDE, which is Judge Zero. So Judge Zero is an open source IDE, and you can just go over it and familiarize yourself with Judge Zero, and you can pretty much just clone it. So I went to their GitHub repo and I cloned it. So once I cloned it, what I did was I just added this section, the right hand section, the coding assistant. So once you get the API key from OpenRouter, I just paste it right here. I click Save Key. So once the API key has been saved, I can choose what model that I want to use. So we can use the Llama model. Let's try Llama, and just to have a quick test. So in the chat right here, I can text something like I can say explain this code to me. Let's see what it says. So mind you, this is C++. So let's see what the AI says. Okay, so it says this is C++ code to find the shortest path between two vertices in a weighted graph. So it goes ahead and explains the code. I can tell it to change the code from C++ to maybe, let's say, Python. Implement a small Python script for this code. Let's see what it says. Alright, so we came back with something. Okay. So based on the provided C++ code, I will provide a Python implementation of the Dijkstra's algorithm for solving the shortest path problem. Here's the Python code. It goes ahead and gives us the Python code. We can copy the code and we can just erase this code and change this to Python. And then once we get the code, we can just copy and paste it right there. So yeah, that was a quick demo of my project. And so for next week, the goal is to start applying like a lot on I want to start applying on I don't apply on LinkedIn, I don't apply on Indeed, ZipRecruiter, I don't apply on those sites. I apply to there's this website called Jobrite.ai. So that's where I apply for my jobs. And then there's this other website called Wellfound. Wellfound is more for like startups. So if you're trying to work in a startup environment, you can go on Wellfound, or you can also go on Y Combinator. And the thing with these websites is you don't actually apply for the job. You just text someone that's in the company, and it's usually the founders of the company that you text them, and you're like, hey, I'm interested in joining your company. Do you mind having a quick chat or something like that? So I'm gonna start applying on Wellfound, Y Combinator, and then there's a website called Jobrite.ai that I use. So yeah, that's my goal for next week, to just apply to jobs and yeah, and then figure out what project I'm gonna work on next. So that's just a quick recap for week 3, and I'll see you guys next week.